Aries, hey, getting ready to do your reading. Thank you for your patience, Aries. I know it's been a while, and I should have actually started off the zodiac with you since you are the first sign in the zodiac. But I think it was for a reason because I think we all need some Aries energy right now. With Mercury retrograde, just picking up for all the signs this general feeling of malaise or fatigue and lacking fire, lacking inspiration, lacking creativity, and that's what you bring, Aries. You know, Aries, if you can think of that spark that starts to create life in a zygote, just two cells coming together, and there's a spark of life, or it's actually also the Kundalini energy that facilitates the growth of the fetus. If you just watch how a fetus grows, it's absolutely mind-boggling. It's just miraculous, and that's your fire, Aries. That is your spark. You spark off the zodiac. You are also big fire. And you take action. You help us take action. So with Mercury retrograde, besides being maybe a bit exhausted from dealing with past situations coming up, not physically, but maybe just mentally, emotionally, and also Mercury retrograde is not a great time for action. So I think we're all just feeling a bit impatient and needing some of that Aries energy. So I think it was for a good reason. But I was also feeling, when I was checking in with your energy just now, Aries, I'm also feeling your exhaustion, maybe from working too hard, the Eight of Pentacles there. But also the message I got, that's interesting. The message I got for you is you've learned that you've got to go slow to go fast, if that makes sense. Aries, you're so used to rushing in, you're very quick to start, and then you can fizzle out or burn out. So you've learned that, to go big, you have to go in little steps. Like this guy is mastering his art by creating replicas of the same pentacle over and over and over. It's just about consistency, patience. It's an earth card, so maybe you need some grounding at the moment, feeling impatient. And that, I think, pushed you to realize that you've got to take this little bits at a time. And I was getting that energy throughout, before your reading, just picking up or trying to pick up the collective's energy. So Aries, even to the point where the medium I used to light the lavender, usually I use little blocks, but it was all crumbled up. So it was like little bits of fire. Oh, what is going on? I can't even shuffle your cards properly. So Aries, let me stop channeling the general. Let's see what the tarot has to say. For the sign of Aries, remember this is a general collective reading, so it's not going to resonate for every single Aries out there. If it doesn't resonate, check out your other placements because, it's not just your sun sign or your Venus sign that's important. There is a link in the description box below where you can work out what your placements are, Aries. And so if this doesn't resonate, you can watch one of those other readings. Maybe your moon sign is more active at the moment, or your Venus sign is being activated or triggered. And we just came out of a new moon in Gemini yesterday. So if you've got strong Gemini placements, that'll be interesting to see where is the placement for Gemini. I am a Venus in Gemini, so I tend to really love or am drawn to intellect because that's what Gemini represents. Worthwhile to check out your other placements. So it's not going to resonate for everybody. If it does, please drop a comment. Okay, so we're using the Arcanum and the Light Seers today to clarify. Okay, what's going on for my Aries? Spirit, please and thank you. Only messages of love and light. Negative energy must leave this space now. What needs to come through for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and other strong placements. Putting down the burdens, Aries. Yes, there was a point where you felt so overburdened that you had to find a different way of doing things. Otherwise, you were going to just not make it out of that cycle. And even Aries can burn out, you know. Maybe not wanting to face that for a while. Okay, so Spirit, what is going on? Let's just see what's going on for the sign of Aries. The Lovers. Maybe a choice. What's going on for the sign of Aries? Page of Cups. An apology, a small message. Feeling like a fish out of water, maybe. The wounded warrior wanted to come out too soon, Spirit. Oh, okay, life review, 7 of Pentacles. Work, 3 of Pentacles. Working on a vision, working together on a vision. Working towards another vision. This could have been an emotional realization for you. But let's get some more. An emotional realization that the vocation you're currently in or the work that you're currently doing is not satisfying you on an emotional level. So it's become a bit of a humdrum. And not only just a humdrum, it doesn't fulfill you emotionally. So there's a life review happening here, looking back at your harvest and trying to see, whether this makes sense for you anymore. Is this what you want to continue planting seeds for? You've built up a lot of experience, and not in naysaying where you are right now. That's not what you're doing. You're just realizing that it doesn't resonate with where you're at the moment. So it served its purpose for that time, if that makes sense. And you've gained a lot of experience from it. You're actually quite proud of what you've done, Aries, is the feeling that I'm getting. Sometimes with this card, the energy that I get is disillusionment or regret, especially in the traditional Rider-Waite. This card is a guy who looks really despondent about his harvest. Nothing is growing according to plan. But this is a very different card. She looks quite proud about her harvest, and at the same time not attached to it. And if we're not attached to something, it's easy for us to move away from it because we don't need it. So being proud of her harvest, but not holding on to it like, it's never going to come forth again, or that if you take a new opportunity or a new situation, that you're not going to get the same out of it. It's just a progression of experience, Aries, and situations change, our frequencies change, our needs change, and then, suddenly there's an energetic mismatch. So this is an emotional realization that you might have had. This could be a message that came through for you from someone, a small message that triggered a thought or triggered, a feeling. And also maybe feeling like a fish out of water. The pages are very young, very innocent. If this was an offer or a message, it's a small one, like texting or a small apology even. So it could have been an apology, or maybe an emotional conversation that you've recently had with someone that made you realize something, Aries, about your life path. And yes, it is your life path because it's about your vision. The 3 of Pentacles is about working together on a vision. It represents work. So this could be a work situation. It doesn't have to be. It could be a family situation. It could be working on a vision together with a partner. Sorry for my croaky voice, Aries. I'm getting another cold. Like it seems to be relentless this winter, and I think with the kids going to school and getting it, and just the cycle never ends. Anyway, side note, I got distracted there. So it's working together on a vision. You can take that how it resonates. What are you working? What do you want to manifest, out of your life? And painting that together with maybe other people or just, by yourself. But realizing that, no more breadcrumbs. All of the signs are getting this. It's like we're finally stepping into our high value and recognizing our worth and recognizing that it's okay to say goodbye to certain behaviors or certain feelings. Like, it's again about the attachment. Laurie Ladd said, I watched her yesterday when I was out for my walk, or I listened to her rather, and she describes it so well. She says, there's nothing wrong with desire. There's nothing wrong with wanting things, wanting a nice car or a house or a nice job and a fat bank account or that specific person that you're lusting after. There's nothing wrong with that. When it becomes a challenge or a problem is when we become attached to it. In other words, if we lose that thing, then that takes away our joy as well. So then our sense of joy and fulfillment in every single day becomes related to that thing, and we mold our lives, our choices, our actions around not losing that thing. And so an attachment can really create a vicious cycle, patterns, ways of thinking and behaviors that we sometimes are totally unaware of. But we're starting to recognize that. All of the signs are starting to recognize that. To detach and to really choose what it is that you want. Again, detaching, not being attached to the past, to this harvest. You can create a new harvest elsewhere. This is not your whole book. It's a few chapters. I hope I'm making sense, Aries. Stepping out of this feeling like, you can't do anything about the situation and you'd rather stay where you are because better the devil you know than the devil you don't know kind of energy. But I think you are, finally realizing, and it could have been this conversation, Aries. So let's clarify and then we'll get some advice for you, Aries, in this situation. Yes, independence, standing in your power. I'm loving this for all the signs. I can relate as well. And I am an Aries rising. So Aries is a very strong placement for me because your rising sign is the personality that you present to the world. So actually, this reading is making sense for me as well. Okay, Aries. So why is the Page of Cups here, please, Spirit? Why is the Page of Cups here? 6 of Cups and missed opportunities. Okay, so it could have been a very emotional conversation. We've got lots of cups here. This is about a missed opportunity, not wanting to open up emotionally. And this could be related to a soulmate, past life connection, or to your childhood. It could be childhood challenges that you're dealing with, childhood experiences that have affected you on an emotional level that you're dealing with. Or it could just be this emotional conversation I'm picking up with a loved one, with someone that maybe you've had a missed opportunity with. And if that doesn't resonate for you, it's just realizing that all this time you've been turning your back on your rainbow and your sense of joy because you don't want to lose these 3 cups. Not realizing that even though this is just 1 cup, it's got rainbow light and white light, the entire spectrum of light coming out of it. But sometimes we don't even want to feel that that's a possibility, because anything taking that away, again, attachment, would be devastating. So we never fully then invest. Exactly, the bottom of the deck. We never fully then invest. We keep our pentacles tight to our chest because we're afraid of losing pentacles, but the irony of the situation is the more we hold on, the more we actually reject abundance. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Yes, releasing this mental conflict, listening to everybody else's opinion on what you should be doing. Moving slowly, Aries. Again, a card of moving slowly. I should have realized the Knight of Pentacles would come out today, because he moves slow to move fast. He's the knight that gets the job done. The slowest knight in the deck, but the most reliable. He's got staying power. He's invested. And he's clarifying this Three of Pentacles, the vision that you are developing. So you're taking your time, Aries, going slow to go fast. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? I just saw the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That's your energy, Aries. Look at that. The spark. Thank you for that. Mercury goes direct again on the 3rd and 4th of June. 3rd in the Southern Hemisphere, I think. So thank goodness for that. Because I've been feeling, maybe that's why I have a throat ache. Because I feel like I can't speak. Or I'm not able to speak. Holding back communication. And with that, the Knight of Swords comes out. The fastest moving knight in the deck. So exactly. Thank you, Spirit. Going slow to go fast. Two knights working together. Air energy, earth energy. So even though you're missing your fire, Aries, try and tap into the other elements as well. And it will depend, also on where those placements are in your chart. By the way, I am doing birth chart readings as well now. So if you would like an astrology report on your chart, then drop me an email. The details are below. But it would depend, as I was saying, on other placements in your chart. You might have a lot of earth. You might have no earth. You might have a lot of water as well as fire. And the balance of those elements are also very important. So if you've got an overbalance of fire or masculine, you have to actively do things to bring about balance in your world. Like if you have no earth, you have to deliberately ground yourself. Do practices like walking barefoot on the earth, gardening, cooking, eating grounding foods or wholesome earthy foods. So, yes, your chart can tell you a lot, Aries. So use your air, use your earth, as well as your water. A lot of water here. Aries can sometimes be too fiery. Did I say that? Okay, advice from Spirit. Judgment in reverse. That's interesting. Why is Judgment here in reverse? Card of Scorpio. The Hanged Man. Okay, so you're processing a wake-up call, Aries. You haven't yet fully integrated it. The Judgment card in reverse, that's the Judgment in the upright is about second chances. It's about a wake-up call. Gabriel there blowing his horn. You can't not notice it. Major Arcana, card of Scorpio, and it's in the reverse. So, you could be receiving a lot of signs, synchronicities, and you may not be paying attention to them, Aries. It's got you in this hangman energy, like you're asking for guidance on the situation, not ready to make a big leap. Why is Judgment here in the reverse, please, Spirit? Clarity, yes, you need clarity. Okay, Ace of Swords. So you're just biding your time. You're asking for guidance with this Hangman, Pisces energy. You could be dealing with the Pisces or have strong Pisces placement, but you're taking a time out so that you can get your answers. And Spirit is saying, go ahead and do that, because you want to be clear before you make big decisions as well, because I'm feeling that this is about moving forward away from something but towards your goals and dreams, Aries. I hope this resonated. If it did, drop me a comment. And yeah, Aries, sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. If you'd like a personal reading, all the details are in the description box below. Sending love, Aries.